Ladies and gentlemen, this is The Bald Fox. On today's episode, we're going to cover a few different topics. But first, I would like to address last week when I did an episode of a tribute to my wife. Now, just for the record, today, my wife and I probably have the strongest relationship that we've had in 3.5 years. This is important because a lot of times it can be very misconstrued or misunderstood when somebody is expressing themselves, when somebody is allowing themselves to be fragile, be honest and raw, so that people can connect with what experiences we go through day in and day out. So with that being said, I wanted to talk about that in a little bit more general terms. It's very often that we all suffer through things in our life. And whether that be through relationships, jobs, our children, our friendships, none of it is easy. But it can be easy. It's funny, the other day I was watching this Chris Rock thing, and he was talking about, relationships are easy. One person can't move a couch, but two can. And, I thought about it, and I almost had to correct myself when I say relationships are not easy. The correct statement should have been, relationships can be easy. They can be difficult. Any relationship can be easy if both parties are engaged, they have found a common understanding and respect for each other, they have learned how to communicate with each other, they want and desire the same things, they're on the same path together. On the other hand, if couples or friendships or whomever it is, if they have different ideas of things going on, they have not figured out how to communicate in healthy ways. We're all different and we all communicate based upon, depending on what people believe in, their astrological signs, their love language, all these different factors that we come up with on how we learn and grow. So when thinking about that, if people are disconnected, or their time is divided in emotion or business or whatever it is, yes, relationships cannot always be easy. On the same token, when you connect, when you find those paths, when you get to a point where you guys do have that open, honest relationship that we pretty much, I believe, all want, but a lot of people are afraid to have. Why are we afraid? Because the person doesn't want to feel judged. They don't want to feel exposed. They don't want to tell you how they really feel because every 7 years we change. And with that change, we think of things differently. We want different things. And if we don't communicate that, then it becomes destructive and we start to create our own walls and barriers. So here's my advice. I advise that for anyone out there who is trying to date in today's modern world, be open-minded. Remember that you also have your own baggage as well as the people that you're trying to date. Sometimes when you go on dates, you may have expectations and you may even carry over some feelings from different dates that you're now using in this date, and make sure you're giving all of them a fair opportunity. Because as you become more divided, you may lose out on opportunities of finding somebody great because you've spent too much attention over here. Divided attention isn't always good attention. So, secondly, when we communicate, you have to start to really sit down with that other person, whether it be a friend, family, a partner, and figure out how you engage with each other. Set your boundaries. That's going to promote healthiness. And it's important because we still have a long life to live. We still have a lot of mistakes to make, a lot of growing to do, a lot of excitement to enjoy and see and experience. And there's no reason why in the process of this, we shouldn't find healthy ways to do that. Remember, every person that comes in your life, either long-term or short-term, is there for a reason. And sometimes those reasons are very small. You don't even know that somebody you meet today may have more impactful value to you than somebody you've known your whole life. So appreciate that. I'm not saying drop your walls and let everybody in. No, I mean, obviously, again, we have to have boundaries, but allow the people to come into your life for the reasons that they're meant to. Some of them are meant to teach us lessons. Some of them are meant to be supportive, to partner up with, to grow with, to have fun with. I don't know what all the reasons are that all the people have been brought into my life, but I value each and every one of them. Because today I've learned that each and every person that has crossed paths in one way or another is teaching me lessons, good and bad, teaching me how to grow as a human being, how to be a better father, how to be a better husband, how to be a better partner and friend. And these are the things that I value most, because as we go on, we continuously want to be the better versions of us. So when our time is called, we know that we have done the things that we're meant to do in this world. And you have to remember, we all go through battles. Struggle for people is real. Not for everyone, but for a lot of people. And it doesn't matter what side of the track you're on. Remember, people suffer with everything from poverty to depression, to feeling unwanted and loved. Some people suffer from being too successful. But we all battle in our own ways with different things. So remember, take your time. Some of the biggest lessons that I've learned is because I rushed, and it forced me to pay consequences for those actions instead of taking my time, investing my time into the situation or project or whatever it was, relationship, and making sure that I too learn the lessons that I'm supposed to learn along the way. There's a lot of people that talk about this stuff. And as we go, a lot of this will also apply into business. The things that I talk about on this podcast, yes, some of it is relationships. Some of it is fun, whiskey talks and entertaining stuff that we enjoy. Some of it is how do we adopt business strategy in all aspects of our life, or personal strategy and growth into business aspects of our life. So in closing, I hope that along the way, this podcast is impactful. It provides you a level of education, that you get growth from it, you learn from it, and that you enjoy the pieces that we bring to you from our heart. I want to make sure that each and every person that is part of my staff and team, I appreciate them. They work very hard to do the things that we do to bring this to you. And I'm honored to have them, and I look forward to our future growth. And again, I thank my wife for being there and all the things that we're doing together. She is my rock. I look forward to her each and every day. And I'm glad I have the opportunity today to have the friends that we have, our community, our life. And I look forward to continuously bringing you good content and entertainment. Until next time, This is the Bald Fox, and I look forward to seeing you again. Bald Fox.
The Bald Fox. Yeah. The Bald Fox. Fox.
Fox.